हेलो गंधार, वी आर प्लीज टू हैव यू हियर ऑन जूम क्रिकेट। तो
ठीक है।
इंटरव्यू में एकदम शुरू से शुरू करते हैं, विच इज कि आपके दिमाग में क्या इनिशियल मेमोरीज हैं ऑफ यू होल्डिंग अ बैट या फिर प्लेइंग क्रिकेट।
So like almost every child does, I started playing at home. My dad used to bowl to me. He himself was a professional cricketer who played for university and A division club cricket. So I think I got cricket from him only. Once I was around, I think 6, 7 years old, he took me to a ground in Vileparle East where we stay. So the ground is named Hanukar, where our school team used to practice. So my journey started actually from there. So we used to go to the ground. He used to bowl to me. I used to bowl like we do a spot bowling session or something like that. So it all started from there. Then I got selected in the cricket school team, Parle Tilak Vidyalaya, and then in the MIG Academy. So that is the way it started.
ओके, सो इनिशियली भी थॉट यही था कि टू प्रोफेशनली ब्रेक इनटू द वर्ल्ड ऑफ क्रिकेट, या फिर पहले सिर्फ फन के लिए खेलते थे आप।
नहीं, so obviously as a kid, professionally कितना करना है, the kid doesn't know. I don't know what my father thought, but I guess he always thought of it as a profession because he couldn't pursue that. So वो एक किधर तो रहता है कि यार मैंने नहीं किया तो might as well my child can become a cricketer and when he has the potential to become one.
डेफिनेटली।
So when I started मेरे दिमाग में ऐसे कुछ नहीं था कि प्रोफेशनली खेलना है या आई वांट टू रिप्रेजेंट इंडिया और रणजी ट्रॉफी खेलना है वगैरह ऐसे कुछ. I started playing for fun. But once I got selected in the school team and then the MIG academy team, that time some professionalism started because of the way the coaching used to happen and stuff like that. So when I started, it wasn't that professional. But after the start, say you can say 2, 3 years after I started, it became kind of professional.
Cut to 30th December 2018. It was your Ranji Trophy debut. Must be a very special day for you. तो वो एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था, क्या इमोशंस थे आपके।
I would say one of the best feelings. Obviously, Ranji Trophy, as everyone knows, is a prestigious tournament which happens in India. So I still remember getting a call for the Ranji Trophy. I guess I was in Kapurthala for the Indian Railways camp. So that time, one evening after the practice, I was just going into my room. I got a call from the coach saying that you have been selected for the Ranji Trophy match, which was against Karnataka, the next game at Karnataka. So I was short of words. So I was so happy that when I started playing cricket when I was 15, 16, when I was representing Mumbai in the age groups, I always wanted to play Ranji Trophy. It's a dream for almost every cricketer who starts playing cricket. So that dream was actually getting true. So I still remember that moment, and right now also I'm getting goosebumps remembering that moment. 20th December debut against Baroda. There were a bit of nerves as you would expect, playing a Ranji Trophy game against Baroda, good team. But slightly the nerves settled down as the game progressed, and the result did not happen to our side, but still that memory is still afresh in my mind of making the debut for the Ranji Trophy.
And how did the team welcome you? Was the atmosphere very cordial?
Yeah, the atmosphere was very friendly. So before I made the debut, I was in the squad for one game against Karnataka, like I spoke. So team was very friendly. I got my cap from the coach Pallav Vora. Uh, First game at Karnal Singh Stadium. So like I spoke, a few nerves before the start of the game, but once the game progressed, I was pretty, you can say, chilled out because couple of days before the game, I was told that I am going to play. I was kind of prepared mentally for that.
Right. Yeah, because all the nervousness you have to leave it off the field, because on the field you just have to
Yeah,
get the job done.
exactly.
Okay, Gandhar, it would be great if you can share some of your most favorite performances throughout your journey.
So on top of my mind, there are two performances which I would rate one of the best, you can say. One is I had scored 130 not out in the Busy Trophy in the semi-finals against the South Zone, and the 145 not out against North Zone in the finals. So those were the back-to-back hundreds that I scored in the semis and as well as the finals. We were playing in Delhi. So those two are I guess the one of the best performances I've had. Third one, you can say I scored 145 not out in a 45 over game in a A Division club cricket tournament. Before that game, I wasn't even considered for the Mumbai state team under 19. So that performance led me directly into the team. After that performance, I guess I scored 60 or something in the quarterfinals against Himachal Pradesh. So after that 145 got in the team, I played directly the quarterfinals, scored 60 odd when we were chasing 350 something in the fourth innings. Unfortunately, we lost the match, but I guess that was one of my best performances.
Must be
And
really special.
sorry,
Must be very special.
yeah, it was. And playing the first game for Mumbai team, a great team, so it was really special for me. And fourth one, not a big score, but I guess it was very effective on my side. Playing the Ranji Trophy second match against Maharashtra at Karnal Singh Stadium, the wicket was very difficult to bat on. I scored 37 something, got got out to a left arm spinner. Was actually not out, but it's part of the game.
Okay.
So I guess that was one thing, and the captain was really happy with me. So what he said was before the game, he already told me that do not go for a big 100 or something like that. Even if you score 30-40 runs in this game, it is equal to 100-150. So in that game, we bowled out Maharashtra for 60 odd runs in the first innings. We scored 160 something, and then again bowled out Maharashtra for 60 runs. So we won the match outright in 1.5 day, under 1.5 day. And I was the second highest run getter after the captain in that game. So it not a very big score for me, or if you look at the on paper, but it was a quite effective inning, I feel, and was a confidence booster for me.
Right. Hopefully, many more to come for you.
Sure.
You also ventured into the world of fitness now. So,
Yeah.
experience कैसा है as a strength and conditioning coach, and how's the experience with Shield Fitness as well?
So the experience is great. I got into this field in first half of the year 2017. Uh, I did a course, strength and conditioning course under Kinjal Suratwala and Rahul Patwadan sir. And afterwards, I started working with Milind Vaze sir in Juhu, Vile Parle West. So being into sports, I always wanted to, give something back to it. And I always loved that training fitness part of cricket. So
Yeah,
there are quite a few cricketers who I won't say lack, but are not that much interested in fitness.
right,
But I'm that kind of person who won't miss a fitness or training session for a practice or something like that. So I don't know how, but I always loved that field. Right since I was 10, 12 years old, I love to train. So that's how it started. And working with Shield Fitness, I don't know if you guys know, but the founder of Shield Fitness is Swapnil Hazare, who himself was a professional cricketer. He himself played for Mumbai team, Ranji Trophy team for good amount of time. So he kind of knows what my schedule is going to be in the season, in the off season, understands pretty well. Not only him, but the entire team is very supportive. So I guess when you're pursuing cricket and working as well as in the office, you need this kind of team if when you are doing the fitness field.
right.
So I feel I'm very lucky and honored to be a part of his team. So and they have always supported me. I've just completed 2 years with him. So throughout the 2 years, he has always been supportive, and I'm sure the entire team is going to support me through.
It's great that you're surrounded by very understanding people. Otherwise, बहुत difficult होता है juggle करना.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what one thing is. Uh, Now I am sharing my journey, so I know what it is. Who all have helped me. Uh, so behind the scenes is also very important. So people who have been through your journey, who have
Yeah.
been through your ups and downs. So my parents, I would really like to thank my parents, my wife, who was my girlfriend then. So they always supported me, entire family, friends, everyone who supported me. So I'm really lucky to be surrounded by these bunch of guys.
They must be very proud right now.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. बट एज अ स्ट्रेंथ एंड कंडीशनिंग कोच मेरे लिए एक मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा एक क्वेश्चन रहता है कि इंडियन क्रिकेट में अभी हम देखते हैं कि एक वरिंग ट्रेंड है विच इज दैट की प्लेयर्स आर गेटिंग इंजर्ड स्पेशली व्हेन दे आर एट द पीक ऑफ देयर पावर्स एंड द टीम नीड्स देम द मोस्ट
Yes.
रिसेंटली जैसे जसप्रीत बुमराह का हुआ फॉर द T20 वर्ल्ड कप एंड इसके पहले दीपक चहार फॉर द साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज तो
Yes.
where are we lacking behind and what can be done? What do you think is the reason to be blamed for this?
So I won't blame one reason. So it is very important to manage the workload of the players because Jasprit Bumrah is one kind of player who is playing all the three formats.
Yeah.
He's playing throughout the year. So one day T20, IPL, once the IPL gets finished, some other series starts. One day series gets finished, the test series gets started. So it is very important to manage the workload of the players. Yes, you can train, and it is not only that the player is getting injured in 1.5 year. It depends on what he's doing since the last 7, 8, 10 years.
Right.
So when you suppose you say a 15, 16 year old, see, you tell him कि नहीं तेरा यही उम्र है तू अभी कर. Yeah, it is fine to a certain extent, but if you want him to sustain that long period, you need to manage his workload also.
Right.
So I guess when I was 14, 15, the fitness or the workload management was not that much taken into consideration, which is taken into consideration now. I won't say it was completely ignored, but अभी जितना professional है, the way people manage the workloads now, the way people analyze how much the player is going through, वो तभी नहीं था. So right now it is happening, and injuries are part and parcel of the game. You cannot ignore that. So for example, Jasprit Bumrah got injured just before the World Cup. It is, you can say, the bad luck.
Yeah.
You cannot blame him or anyone that he got injured, or blame something else that he got injured right before the World Cup. Even he wanted to play the World Cup as much as we wanted him to play.
Yeah.
He must be more than what we wanted him to play.
Yeah.
So there are quite a few reasons. You cannot blame one reason for that. It's just that you need to manage the workloads, especially of the fast bowlers.
Yeah. Right. But primarily it can be कि international calendars कितने overcrowded हैं अभी. Like recently हमने देखा कि England won the World Cup and still they just got 2 to 3 days of break and they are on to another series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So exactly, as we speak about the training stuff, I guess it is important that how your body recovers also, because you're playing games continuously and you have to manage that training and recovery method also. So if you're, for example, the T20 game, domestic T20 just got over, and after 10, 15 days, I think the one day game started. So the players who are playing throughout the year need to manage the workloads. In the off season, they need to do that kind of a training which will sustain them for the entire season.
Right.
So again, that happens to you. The workload needs to be managed very well, especially for the fast bowlers, I would say. And it is very individualistic. So if a person feels like if he does one particular thing, it is going to sustain him throughout the season, he should do that. It is
Right.
not that if me and some other person are have the same physical ability, same everything, then we have to train the same program or something like that. So it is very individualistic, and the player has to know what uh, by what he can sustain throughout the season.
To sum it up, it would be great if you can share one piece of advice that you have learned over the past few years and you would like to share with the younger athletes.
So one advice I would give is keep working hard and keep working smart. So hard work is not only going there and spending hours and hours on the ground. You have to be smart with that, and do not give up on the dream you have, because from my personal experience, I'm playing for Mumbai since 10 odd years, 10 12 years. And after that, when I left Mumbai, I joined Railways and I played Ranji Trophy. So that is the thing, never give up on the dream you have, any dream, whichever dream. So just keep working hard for it, and hard work always pays off.
Yeah, thank you so much.